Hello, hello, friends. I have had some tough puzzles recently. Oh my gosh. I have not done a Sudoku stream on a Saturday in a little bit, but this Saturday I will be, and we can go over the puzzles that I've been stuck on. I think that would be neat. What I used to do in the past was I would attempt to solve on my own, get really stuck, and then solve it on stream. But I think what I'm going to start doing is saving my recording of the ones that I get really stuck on also, and then recording the live stream and putting that together in a video. And of course, I'll include a disclaimer that, the second half of the video is going to be a live stream because I understand some people don't like watching the live stream. It gets off topic sometimes. But I think I'm going to start doing that because, like, if you're an athlete watching game film, it'll be good to go back and see what I attempted on my own and how close I got to the actual solution. Was I completely off track or was I really close? I just missed one step or something like that. I think that would be a good idea. Are you gonna fall asleep? You're just gonna stay here? That works. So yeah, live stream on Saturday, and I'll have I think I have 3 puzzles to look at actually. There's a good amount this week that I've gotten stuck on. But today's solve, Luna's laying down on the desk. How precious. A lot of people have been recommending these rat run puzzles. I'm really excited. I have solved one of these in the past on stream. It was several months ago. I don't remember which one it was. But starting from the beginning, Rat Run 1 Primer by Marty Sears. Normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. Aim of experiment. Finkz the rat. Luna's chewing on my headphones and trying to act like she's not. She closes her eyes as like a, you can't see me, so, like, I can't see you, so you can't see me. I'm not doing anything wrong. Finkz the rat must reach the cupcake by finding a path through the maze. The path will be a snaking line that passes through the centers of cells without visiting any cell more than once, crossing itself, or passing through any thick maze walls. As well as moving orthogonally, Finkz may move diagonally if there's a 2x2 space in which to do so, but may never pass diagonally through the rounded end/corner of a wall. Ooh. So, for example, I could not move diagonally this way, but I could go diagonally this way. Okay. Test constraint. In this experiment, any 2 cells that are adjacent along the correct path must sum to a prime number. Ooh. Also, all digits within a marked 3x2 box that lie anywhere on the correct path must sum to a prime number 2. All digits within a marked 3x2 box that lie anywhere in the correct path must sum. Oh, so like within the region. Oh, that's a lot of fun. Okay. Luna jumped out of my lap and unplugged my mic, but at least I noticed. That could have been bad. As always, there's a link to the puzzle in the description, as well as a link to a Sudoku playlist of all the rest of the Sudoku videos I've done, and a link to a form if you'd like to submit a puzzle. How would we like to get started? We don't have any given digits. This is not a loop. This is a line drawing puzzle. Okay. I'm gonna start here for sure. And I'm gonna end here for sure. From here. Finkz can't jump over the wall, is what I understand. So we need to go left or right. Prime numbers. Oh, what if I leave and then come back? All digits within a marked 3x2 box that lie anywhere in the correct path must sum to a prime number 2. Okay, so, okay, noted. If I were to go this way, I have to use every number, and 21 is not prime, so I don't want to do that. Actually, that's a pretty good start. I want to start by going this way, because if I go to the left, I have to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on this section of the line in this region, and that sums to 21, which is not a prime number. So I do want to go this way. From here, I could go this way, or I could go up. Can I get a prime number by removing 1 digit and using all the other ones? Removing 1 would give me 20. 2 would get me to 19, which is prime. 4 would get me to 17, which is prime. 16 and 15 are not prime. So I could go this way and then make this a 2 or a 4. That would work. But either way, I'm going to end up going to this cell and then this cell. And then this cell. Okay. From here, If I go down, even if I leave and come back, I'm going to end up using every cell in this region, and I don't want to do that. So I do want to go left and then up and then left. From here, I can't go down because I would end up using every cell in this box, and I don't want to do that. Diagonally, I can go... Yes, I could go diagonally this way. Or I could go right across. Either way, I'm going to end up getting to this cell for sure, and I can't go back this way because I should just mark it this way. I don't want to use this box at all. So I would be stuck continuing to go this way, which means I'm going to have to go diagonally here. Oh, wow. Right? I think that's the only way that works. I can't use every single cell in here, but I do have to go into this box. Passes through the centers of cells without visiting any cell more than once, crossing itself or passing through any thick maze walls. I think I have to go into this box. I don't see another way around it, and I don't want to use every single cell, so I have to go this way. There's no way I'd want to go back up here. I'd have to cross over myself. I can't go diagonally, so I have to individually use each one of these cells, which means I don't want to use this one. I said 2 and 4 were options for these. 2 and 4. From here, I could just diagonally jump. I could go straight across. I am not sure. I think I have some options. Do I want to think about what goes on the line? Like, I have to use a 1, 3, 5, and 6 in this region. And it has to go on the line. My total will be 17 or 19. Individually, I have, let's see, I could do 1 and 2 to get 3. 5 is a prime number. That'd be 1, 4, or 2, 3. 6 is not. 7 is prime. I could do 1, 6, 2, 5, or 3, 4. So each number is an option. After 7, I can't do 8, I can't do 9, I can't do 10. I could do 11, which would be 5 and 6. That's the biggest it can go. So I have 3, 5, 7, and 11 as my options for 2 cells, which are all odd numbers. Is there something with odd even I can do? Any 2 cells that are adjacent along the correct path must sum to a prime number, which will have to be odd, even, odd, even, odd, even. Right? There's no way I could have 2 odd numbers next to each other. 1 and 3 gives me 4, which is not prime. 1 and 5 gives me 6, which is not prime. 5 and 3 gives me 8, which is not prime. Oh, I think I have to go odd, even, odd, even. And if this is even and I need 3 odd numbers in here, it's going to have to be these ones, right? Well, then how does that work for this? Ooh. Am I misunderstanding something, maybe? Oh, you know what? Actually, when I went through odd numbers, I was thinking of like 1 and 3 and 1 and 5 and 3 and 5, but I could do like the same digit here and I could do 1 and 1 and this could sum to 2, prime number. That works. That works. And then I could have 3 odd numbers in each one of these. Oh, very nice. Very nice. These are odd. These are going to be even. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, yeah, 1 and 1. That could be 2. Okay, so next to 1, what could I have here? An even number. 1 and 2 would give me 3. 1 and 4 would give me 5. 1 and 6 would give me 7. All of those are options. This needs to be a digit that works with both 3 and 5. So 2, 3 and 2 would be 7, 5 and 2 would be 9, which does, 3 and 2 would be 5, and 5 and 2 would be 7, which does work. 4, I was counting 2 twice. 3 and 4 is 7, 5 and 9, 5 and 4 is 9, which does not work. 3 and 6 would give me 9, which does not work. So this needs to be a 2. This will also be a 2, meaning these are 4. And so these need to be 6, and I'm just going to hope that works out. 1 and 6 is 7. I know that 6 and 3 does not work, so 6 and 5 does work. 5 and 2 gives me 7. 2 and 3 would give me 5, which works. So this is a 5 and this is a 3. Okay, 1 and 1 is 2, 1 and 6 is 7, 6 and 5 is 11, 5 is 2 is 7, 2 and 3 is 5. Perfect. This will be an even number. It's going to be a 4 or a 6. This is going to be an even number. It's going to be a 4 or a 6. All right, what else can I do? I'm gonna unshade those because they're not on the line, and I've made it a little difficult to see my pink line here. So, okay, there we go. Don't want to go this way, don't want to go this way. I do want to go this way, and I don't want to go this way. Okay, that's easier to see. So after this, I'm going to need an odd number. It could be a 4 or a 6. So I need to look at 1, 3, and 5 next. I could do 3, 4, 3. That would work. If I go this way, and I need 3 numbers that sum to a prime number, I am going to have some interesting interactions here, because I would need 2 digits that sum to a prime number, and 2 digits that sum to a prime number, and also 3 digits that sum to a prime number, using those 3 digits, which is wild. So for 2 digits, I have now 2, 3, 5, 7, and 11. With 3 digits, the minimum is 6 and the biggest is 16. With 3 different digits, so 7, 11, 13 would be what these 3 digits sum to. Is there a way? Is there a way I could get, okay, if I did 7, this would be 4, 1, and 2. 1 and 2 would be 3. 1 and 4 would be 5. That's an option. If this is a 4, what can go next to a 4? A 1 can. I can get 5. A 3 brings me to 7. I don't want to do a 5 because of this, and also because 4 and 5 would sum to 9. So if I go this way, it's a 1, 3. If I go this way, it has to be a 1 if this is a 4. If this is a 6, this is, maybe something will end up being narrowed down. If this is a 6, I could do a 1. I can't do a 3. I couldn't do a 5. So if this is a 6, this would have to be a 1. 6 can only go next to 1 and 5. So those would be my options for 6. Okay. I don't know if that's good right now. Maybe let's look at 6 has to go next to 1 and 5. 5 has to go next to 6 and 2. If I go this way, and this is a 2 or a 4. Oh, well, now that I know this is even, I can't go this way because I would have 3 even numbers. And I would be removing an odd number, which doesn't work for 5 numbers being prime. So I do have to go this way. Okay, perfect. This has to be a 1 or a 3. It's either 4 and 1, which is 5, 4 and 3, which is 7, or 6 and 1, which is 7. This is going to be even again. It's going to be a 2, 4, 6, but it sees 4, so it would be a 2 or a 6. Meaning this is going to be odd, 1, 3, 5, it sees a 1, and this is going to be even, 2, 4, 6, it sees a 4. Okay, now I can look at certain digit combinations, because I know I need to go this way. This is going to be blue. This is going to be red. Perfect. Because I'm not going diagonal, I can't do odd, odd, or even, even. Nice. So, if this is a 4, I could do 4 and 1 to get 5. 1 can go next to 2 or 6, so that's fine. 2 or 6. If this is a 6, it has to go next to 1 and 5. I can't use these 3s. I think instead of writing options, I should have looked at actual individual options. If this is 4 and 1, yeah, actually, I changed my mind again. Let's look at the whole sum here. Oh my gosh. Okay, if this is 4 and 1, this is 5. What are my options here that would get me from 5 to another prime number? It would have to be a 2, 4, 6, so I could do 2 and get to 7. If I did 4, that would take me to 9, which doesn't work. If I put a 6 here, that would give me to 11, which does work. So 4, 1, 2 or 4, 1, 6 does work. If I go 4, 3, I would be at 7. This would have to be another 4 to get to 11 or a 6 to get to 13. It can't be a 4. So if this is a 4, this is either a 2 or a 6. If this is a 6 and this is a 1, which is the only way 6 works, this would be 7. This would have to be a 4 or another 6. There's no way this can be 6 because this would have to be another 6 or a 4. 6 and 1 is 7. 2 takes me to 9, which doesn't work. 4 takes me 11, but I can't be a 4. And 6 would take me to 13, but it can't be a 6. Okay, 4 for sure. And I believe both of these were options. 4 and 1 and 2 gives me 7. 4 and 1 and 6 gives me 11. 4 and 3 and 2 gives me 9, which does not work. But 4 and 3 and 6 does work. Okay. I need a 4 in here. Could I start looking at stuff like that? Not yet. Oh, maybe only one of these. 4 and 1 and 4 and 3 work. 2 and 6 is an option. 4, 1, 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 6, 3 and 2 all work. I didn't want to do 4, 3, 6 anyways. Yeah, I did actually. 4, 3 is 7. 4, 3, 2 takes me to 9, which does not work. 4, 3, 6 takes me to 13, which does work, but 3 and 6 does not work. Okay, this needs to be a 1. Now 4, 1, 2 gives me 7, or 4, 1, 6 gives me 11. 1 and 2 gives me 3, 1 and 6 gives me 7. Both of those are fine. Okay, now this is going to be an odd number. It's 1, 3, 5. It can't be a 1. 2 and 3 gives me 5. 2 and 5 gives me 7. 6 and 5 gives me 11. 6 and 3 gives me 9. It does look like both of these are an option. But I can't do 6 and 3. Okay, what about this being an odd number? This has to be a 2 or a 6. I know that if these work, then these work. And if these two are prime, then this region is prime. So that's fine. We're going to leave that like that. What now? Up here, I was thinking Sudoku would tell me about this, but this is actually going to be the same digit. Okay. I don't know if I can do anything with that, but that's going to be the same digit. Okay. After 3, 3 and 4 gives me 7. 3 and 6 does not work. So let's go ahead and just make this a 4. Where does 4 go in here then? 4 has to go right here. Okay. Down here, after a 4, I can use 1 or 3. I can't use a 5. So I need to put a 1 or 3 here. I could even go diagonal now. Maybe I want to think about... This seems like I have a lot of options for where I could go. So this is one odd and one even. One of these is odd. Could I figure out what odd and even I need to use here? Oh, I actually know where 4 goes in here. That's kind of interesting. 4 needs to go here. These are the same digit. They're either a 2 or a 6. I don't know where they go down here yet. That means this needs to be a 1, actually. So I can't go this way because I need a 1 or a 3 after 4, and I can't go here. So I'm definitely not going this way. I need to go this way or this way. This needs to be a 5, 6 for the column. What else do I know? This digit and this digit and this digit go up here. Okay. A 1 definitely goes here for the column. A 1 definitely goes here. Where does this go after? I think I should keep doing Sudoku so I see what cell options I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everything has an option here. This is a 2 or a 3. This is a 1, 2, 3, but definitely a 1. I'm gonna mark it like this instead. The other 5, 6 will go here or here. 4, 1. This is a 2 or a 3. That is interesting. This is a 2 or a 3. If it's a 2, this would be odd. A 1, 3, or 5. 2 and 1, 2 and 3, 2 and 5 all work. If this is a 3, I could do 3, 2 or 3, 4, but I can't do 3, 6. 1, 3, 5 works for 2, but this would have to be a 3, 2 or 3, 4. It can't be a 4. So this is a 1. Oh, it actually sees a 1. This is a 2, 3, 5. I don't know between odd and even which one's which yet. Okay. Let's keep going. One of these is definitely a 1. 2, 3, 4. This is a 5 or a 6. The other 5 or 6 goes down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I also need to think about the entire region. Whatever is not on the line needs to sum to an even number. But if this is 1 odd and 1 even, I could go down here, possibly. But whatever is not on the line needs to sum to an even number. I need to think about that. For sure. Ooh, where do I go? After this 4, I need to use a 1 or a 3. And that needs to go here or here. After the 1 or 3 needs to be an even number. And then an odd. And then an even. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? So one of these have to be... I'm definitely using a 2, actually. This is either a 2, or if it's not a 2, it's a 3, and this has to be a 2. Because it can't be a 4, and I can't put a 6 next to a 3, so no matter what, I'm using a 2 here. Meaning 2 down here will be here or here. Can I do something with that? I don't think so. 2 either goes here or here, 2 is here, 2 is here, 2 is here, 2 is here. I have options. Two can go next to 1 or 3. That would be fine. Oh boy. One of these is odd and one of these is even. this could be two odd numbers. Is this a good thing to think about? I've definitely used two evens and one odd, so this is going to be two odds and one even. One goes here, two goes here. Three has to go here, here, here. I have a 4, 5, and 6. Maybe I'm gonna think about if I want to use this cell or not. If this is 2 and 3 or 2 and 5, this is either going to be 5 or 7. What are my options here? I can't use a 1 or a 4, and I won't be using a 2. So this is going to be a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. If this is 2, 5, that would be 7. 5 and 6 would be 11. This would be 13 as a whole. Okay, well, that is an option. 2, 5, and 6. What if I did 2, 3? Then I would not want to go this way because I would have to do 3 and 6, and that doesn't work. If I did 2, 5, 6, that works. 3 and 2 would be 5. 2 and 3 would be 5, or 2 and 5 would be 7. What about 3, 2? Oh, if this is a 3, this would have to be a 5. So 3, 2, 5. That would be 10, which does not work. So I could go this way if I do 2, 5, 6. Is that good to think about? I need to figure out where this line can go. This is definitely a 5 or a 6. This is a 1, 5, or 6. 4 after needs to be a 1 or a 3. If I go here, I need to have an even number after. After 1, I could do a 2 or a 6. Both of those are fine. Even, odd, even, odd, even. I could snake a lot. I need to use at least 3 digits in here before I get out. I could at most use 5. No, I can't use all 5 because 21 minus 5 or 6 is not prime. I could use 3 digits. Could I use 4 digits? It would be even, even, even. No, it'd be even, odd, which sums to an even number, which doesn't work. So I need to only use 3 digits to get out. It's going to be something in this column, something in this column, something in this column. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I'm using only 3 digits. If I did 5 digits, I'd be subtracting a 5 or 6 from 21, which is not a prime number. If I did 4 digits, that would be 2 evens and 2 odds, which is going to sum to an even number, which won't be prime. 2 works, but it won't be as small as 2. So something in this column I have. I need something in this column and something in this column, and then I need to leave. So I can go straight across. I can go like this. I can go like this. I could go like this. How do I figure this out? This is going to be the odd number that I connect to, and this is going to be an even number that I connect to. So a 2 or a 6 in this column is going to be what's connected. This is an odd and an even, but the 2, 6 is what's on the line here. One of these is a 3, 5. One of these is a 2, 6. How can I figure this out? If it's here, it won't be a 2. I think about what the digits need to be. Okay, if I go 4 and 1, I'm gonna stay up here in this row just for note-taking sake. If I go 4, 1, that sums to 5, and that's great. After a 1, I would need an even number. I could not use another 4, so I would be stuck between a 2 or a 6. 1 and 2 gives me 3, which is fine. 1 and 6 gives me 7, which is fine. So 4, 1, 2 as a total sums to 7, and that's fine. 4, 1, 6 as a total sums to 11, and that's fine. So 4, 1, 2 or 4, 1, 6 both work. Okay, what about 4, 3? After a 3 would have to be a 2 or a 6. I can't use a 6, would have to be a 2. So 4, 3, 2 sums to 9, which does not work. So I need this to be a 1 after, right? 4, 1, 2 and 4, 1, 6 both worked. 4, 3, 2 gives me 9 as a total for the region, which does not work. And 4, 3, 6 gives me 13, but then I have 3 and 6 next to each other, which doesn't work because that gives me 9. So this has to be 4, 1. I'm using the 1 in this column to connect to. It's going to be 4, 1, 2 or 4, 1, 6. What do I do with that? It's definitely the 1 that I connect to. And then 2 or 6 is fine here. What about 2 or 6 with something that goes here? Oh, well, if this column is even, then the digit that I connect to in here would have to be odd. Either it's this one or this one. I'm definitely connecting to a 1, and then a 2 or a 6 work. I need to remember that somehow. In here, let's think about, I think I came up with lots of options, actually. Where do I want the 1 to go? Where can 1 go in here? 1 has to go here or here. So it kind of doesn't matter which one is the 1. With the 2 or the 6, this would be a 6, and this would be a 2 or a 6. Ow, that kind of hurts, buddy. Your claws hurt. 2 or 6 works. What about this being a 5 or a 6? One of these is odd, one of these is even. I'm connecting to the even digit. This could be, I have options. It could be 1 even, 1 odd. It could be 2 odd. But I'm connecting to the 1. This could be even or odd. If this is a 6, I need to connect the line down here. This is either 2, 3 or 2, 5. This digit, because of the column, needs to be a 2, 3, 5, 6. It can't be a 2. 3, 5, or 6 works. Ooh. Do I want to try? I'm connecting to the even digit. What my options here, maybe one of them didn't work if this was the odd digit. Let me pencil my options again. If this goes 2, 3, what can go next to a 3? What even digit can go next to a 3? A 2 can, but I can't use another 2. So if this is 2, 3, I can't go this way. If this is, oh, well, I wouldn't want to anyways. If I go this way, it's because it's odd. So this being a 3 or a 5, meaning this would have to be the 2 and this would be a 3, so this would be a 5. Now that I know I have to go even in this column, okay, So this would be a 5 if I'm using this cell. So does 3, 2, 5 work? 3 and 2 makes 5, 2 and 5 makes 7, but this as a whole makes 10. So I don't want to go to this cell. Okay. Now, do I go like this or like this? I do know, oh, actually this is even, so this has to be odd. So this has to be even, so this has to be a 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3 is what this is. Okay, that should tell me some things. 2 and 3 makes 5, 2 and 5 makes 7. That's totally fine. This is going to be 1, 3, 5. 6. 3 has to go in this column. I'm just not connecting the line here, but this could still be even or odd. Okay. 3 and 2 makes 5. 3 and 6. Oh, this is another situation where I could have had 1 and 1. But no, okay. I should have thought about more options before. 3 and 3 makes 6 and 5 makes 10 though. If I'm using a 2 in this column, 3 and 2 makes 5. 5 and 2 makes 7. That's fine. If it's a 6, it would have to be 5 and 6. 3 and 6 would not work. Also know I have a 1 here. This is 2. This digit needs to be one of these. Is that good to think about? What is this? A 1, 3, 5, 6 also. It can't be a 1. This is a 3, 5, 6. 4. Oh no, I feel like I'm talking in circles again. What are my options for combinations here? Okay, I'm gonna remember I need to connect to the 1 and then either the 2 or the 6 here. My combinations here, 2, 1, 4 makes 7, 6, 1, 4 makes 11. Both of these are fine. 1 and 2, 1 and 6, both fine. 2 and 3 makes 5, 2 and 5 makes 7, both fine. 6 and 3 makes 9, which does not work, but 6 and 5 is not an option because it would break this. Oh, look at that! Look at that! So I can't use a 6 at all here. This needs to be a 2. So this needs to be a 2, meaning I'm connecting to a 6 in this column, which could have gone in either spot. Dang. 2 means this is not a 2. 2 means this is a 3, so this is a 5. 2 and 5 makes 7. 5 and 2 makes 7. That's perfect. This becomes a 6, so this becomes a 5. This becomes a 1. This can't be a 1 anymore. This is a 1. 5, 6. This needs to... Okay, so this line goes this way. We're connecting to the 1. After the 1 becomes 1, 2. This is going to be a 3, 6. I need to connect to the 6, whichever one that ends up being. These big X's make it interesting. 5, 6, 5, 6. 5, 3, 1, 2, 3, 6, 3, 5. 2 and 3 and 2 and 5 both work. I need to go 1. Oh, I'm definitely using a 6, so this needs to be a 5 because I can't put a 3 next to it. So this becomes a 6 then, and this becomes a 3. So this is a 6, and this is a 3. So the line needs to go this way. 4 and 1 is 5, 1 and 6 is 7. 4, 1 and 6 is 11. 6 and 5 is 11. 5 and 2 is 7. Perfect. Okay, now I just need to pencil what these are. Oh, man! I was thinking for a long time on that one, and then it was right there. This couldn't be a 5, 6 because it would break that. Okay, let's clean up our line. Oh, wow. Let's get rid of the shading. Oh, I am in for some tough ones if this was the first puzzle. What? Maybe they'll get easier because I'll realize how to think about these. Or maybe the test constraint will change and I won't even have to think about prime numbers anymore. Yay! Experiment completed successfully. Cells visited 20. Finkz is already showing tenacity and advanced cognitive abilities. Ready to progress to a larger maze. So cool! Wait, that was a really good puzzle. I'm glad I stuck with that. Oh my gosh, it was right there that this couldn't be a 5-6 because it would break that. Oh, and there's a 4-1-3 in the puzzle. Perfect. This was really neat. I think realizing with the prime numbers I needed to go odd, even was a really good step until it messed me up here. But yeah, I can do 1 and 1 and 2 because this could be the same number again. I was thinking odd even because I needed to use different digits here and not considering this could have been the same digit. Very cool. Finkz got to the cupcake. Very nice. Let me know how you all did in the comments. I'm excited to look at, I want to get through as many of these as I can until like I get super stuck again, right? The sunset while I was doing that puzzle. The time lapse will be interesting. Very cool. Excited for puzzle number 2. Very nice.